brand of comedic timing and inimitable style has died. Stars from Goldie Hawn to Bette Midler to Steve Martin expressed their love of the actor after hearing the news. "It's hard to believe," said Jane Fonda in a tribute. Keaton was 79. Her death was first reported by People magazine. CNN has reached out to her representatives and the Los Angeles Police Department, which did not answer questions and referred inquiries to the Los Angeles Medical Examiner, which had no record of her death. Producer Dory Rath, who worked with Keaton, confirmed the actress had died to CNN on Saturday. The cause of death was not immediately available. A law enforcement source told CNN that the medical examiner may not get involved when the cause of death is natural. A spokesperson for the Los Angeles Fire Department told CNN that they received a call for medical assistance this morning at Keaton's address and paramedics transferred a person to a hospital. The law enforcement source confirmed the person transported was Keaton. Keaton was a celebrated and prolific actor whose career spanned decades, early on earning an Academy Award in the past. Decidedly ahead of her time from a fashion perspective, Keaton maintained a commitment to this sartorial mix well into her older years, an undeniable comedic talent who said in 1997 that she is more inclined to live comfortably in the world of humor. Keaton nonetheless also made her mark in a number of dramatic movies, including a pivotal role in Francis Ford Coppola's acclaimed Godfather films, in which she played Kay, wife to Al Pacino's Michael Corleone. Keaton, who bore no relation to Buster or Michael, was born Diane Hall in 1946 in Los Angeles. In a 2004 Fresh Air podcast, she talked about how her mother, a homemaker and amateur photographer, won pageants and became Mrs. Highland Park and later Mrs. Los Angeles, which first gave her the urge to perform. "I did want to go on stage. I saw that was something that did appeal to me," she said. "There she was in the theater, and I saw the curtain open, and there was my mother. And I thought, I think I'd like that for myself." After finding her place on the theater stage in the late 1960s in a Broadway production of Hair, in which she gained some notoriety for declining to perform nude for one of the musical numbers and thereby forewent a sizable, at the time, $50 bonus, Keaton burst onto the film scene with the first Godfather film in 1972, going on to appear in several films throughout the decade, opposite the writer and director Woody Allen, who was also her romantic partner around that time. The films they acted in together include Allen's Sleeper and Play It Again, Sam, but it was her star turn in Annie Hall, in which she played the joyous and carefree titular character who falls in love with Allen's bumbling, self-hating comedian that would prove most memorable. From there, Keaton enjoyed leading star status in a fair share of notable films, including 1977's Looking for Mr. Goodbar and 1981's Reds opposite Warren Beatty, a film that scored multiple Oscar nods, including another one for her. Another classic film starring Keaton from the 80s era was 1987's Baby Boom, which featured her as a high-powered ad exec who suddenly finds herself saddled with the infant of a dead, long-lost relative. The fish-out-of-water comedy co-starred Sam Shepard and reminded audiences of Keaton's deft skills at leading a movie that mixed the funny with the dramatic and thought-provoking. The 1990s saw Keaton team up with her contemporary Hollywood powerhouses Bette Midler and Goldie Hawn for the hit 1996 comedy First Wives Club, about a trio of women who exact artful revenge on their husbands after the men leave them for younger women. Raking in $181 million at the domestic box office, First Wives was welcome proof that a successful film didn't exclusively have to include explosions or aliens and could even be led by three women in their 50s. Later in the decade, Keaton earned a third Oscar nom for the tearjerker Marvin's Room, in which she starred opposite Meryl Streep and Leonardo DiCaprio. The film tells the story of an estranged pair of sisters who reunite to grapple with their past, as well as the onset of illness. Keaton was featured in several more acclaimed movies in the OTs, including the 2003 rom-com Something Got Ta, give opposite Jack Nicholson and Keanu Reeves, in which she scored her fourth lead actor Academy Award nod, as well as The Family Stone from 2005, a modern-day Christmas classic with Keaton in the role of a matriarch who unwittingly helps her children find the partners they belong with. More recently, she appeared in Book Club in 2018, alongside Jane Fonda, Mary Steenburgen, and Candice Bergen, as well as its 2023 sequel, She also starred in the comedy Summer Camp alongside Kathy Bates and Al Woodard last year and had a few titles in the works, including a film with Blake Lively and Richard Gere. According to her IMDb, Keaton was also an accomplished producer and director. She helmed the acclaimed 1995 drama Unstrung Heroes starring Andie MacDowell, as well as Hanging Up in 2000. Her producing credits span over 30 years, with the most recent being an executive producer credit on 2023's Maybe I Do, which starred Keaton, Richard Gere, Susan Sarandon, and Emma Roberts. Keaton never married and had been outspoken about her thinking on the topic, saying it goes back to her mother, as most everything does. She had 4 kids, and I was the firstborn. I saw how much she gave up, Keaton said in a 2021 piece for Interview. I feel like she chose family over her dreams, and she was just the best mother, but I think that she is the reason why I didn't get married. I didn't want to give up my independence. With her trademark humor, Keaton added, by the way, no one has ever asked me to marry them either, so that might be a good answer. I should have started with that and called it a day. Keaton is survived by her 2 children, daughter Dexter and son Duke. She adopted them both in her 50s. The shocking thing is that I worry differently now. Keaton told Life magazine in 2005 about how motherhood changed her. Before kids, if I worried, it was only about myself. But that's all you do is worry as a parent. It's rule number 1 in parenting. Secretly worry without letting the kids know you re-worried. When she was 69, Keaton told AARP magazine, at this age, everything seems much more astonishing. Like, oh my goodness, look at that sycamore tree. Why didn't I see that before? There's a magical aspect, a wonder, to being on this planet. This story has been updated with additional information.